Howdy everyone, Runt9 here, and welcome back to Runt9 Plays Teamfight Manager. We're continuing from where we left off in the last episode. I probably should number the episodes on this series since they're actually a little more contiguous than some of the roguelike stuff we've been doing, but yeah, make sure you go check that out, and that's continuing from the Runt9 Looks At episode if you haven't seen that one either. Teamfight Manager is a great game, and we're pretty much just going to jump back in. I've been playing a little bit off stream since the last time we took a look at things. We've got a check results here on some crafting, which for crafting we should definitely save up a little bit. For exactly that reason, we got a common level item that 1% attack speed is definitely worse than 1 attack. That said, it is nice to kind of get some equipment in other slots. We're currently sitting on 345 gold. It's not a lot, but we could probably just do this. 110, that's fine. That'll probably get us an uncommon of some kind. Really, we just want like another 1 or 2 attack or defense elsewhere. So let me remember what this team has going on. So first off, we are about to start week 3, week 3, round 5. We're up against Team Statics. As it is right now, much like in my my off-stream save, the melees are good and the ranged are bad. I mean, the line here, I mean, Ninja kind of doesn't count because it's got 100% ban and pick rate, and Ninja is a lot more matchup dependent. It seems like, especially in 2v2s, dual melee works fairly well, especially with Fighter, because Fighter's fairly fast. And fortunately, if I remember correctly, we've got a decent squad for melee. Yeah, we've got Fighter, Monk, Knight, Fighter, all kind of up here with Doinby and Quad. Doinby definitely the strongest member of the squad, and also the youngest. None of them have a star though, so they don't have potential, but we should be able to recruit some in the off season. So we're up against Team Statics. What have they been doing thus far? Team Statics, so they've been doing all right. Some close games. They definitely seem to like Swordsman, Ninja, and Fighter, Monk. Unsurprising. So if we were to give... I mean, so at this stage of the game, I'm going to first pick or ban Swordsman. If I'm blue, I'm first picking Swordsman. If I'm red, I'm banning Swordsman. Like, I don't want to let Swordsman get through. He's just too good in 2v2 fights. So let's assume that we're going to have a blue side fight. We first pick Swordsman. We're going to give them Ninja. Actually, no, we could probably ban Ninja. Let's assume that they get Monk Archer. Let's give that a shot. So let's give them a Monk Archer, and we'll go Fighter Swordsman. Let's see what happens with this. We should be fine on this one, but Monk's healing might end up being a little bit too much. Fighter's damage isn't super great. You can see it's definitely a close fight here. Yeah, so they actually pulled ahead on this one. So maybe, and it doesn't take skill into account, but we may want to consider banning Archer just to kind of force, who was that one person? Team Statics, to force Bibu onto a champion that they would get no bonuses on. Although it's only a 1 anyways, so like 2-1 doesn't really matter that much. So why don't we go into the match and see what happens. So again, ban and pick strategy is very simple as far as ban and first pick. If we're red team, ban Swordsman. Blue team, we're going to pick Swordsman. It really is just that simple. That guy has only one with Swordsman, yes. And that's why not only do we want Swordsman, but we are going to first pick or ban it. Just realized I'm a Warlord OTP. If I don't play Warlord in TFT, I get automatic 8th place. I totally know what all that stuff means, obviously. So everyone's pointing slightly upwards. Based on what we want to do, I think we leave Quad in there. Well, no, aiming does have better stats. And if we do... if we do get Fighter Swordsman... Oh, I remember Doinby Inattentive, dude. Oh, man. I forgot about Doinby Inattentive. That's actually pretty bad. So So let's go with this. We're red team, so we're going to be banning swordsman. The team statics coming in at 2 and 2. This is definitely a bad spot for the camera. We're gonna pull it down here just a little bit. I don't remember exactly where we put the camera last time. All right, so they banned monk. We're gonna ban swordsman. They might first pick ninja here. No, they first picked archer. So the problem is we don't want to let them get knight, but we also don't want to let them get ninja. Because, well, no, we could still run Knight Fighter here. Let me pick Knight. Fighter is a little harder to kite. So actually, this is actually exactly what I wanted. Because we're going to be running 2 melee against Archer Ninja. And they have way more damage than we do. We have way more tankiness than they do. And because of the champion bonuses, they got basically outpicked to some extent. My only concern is Doinby is our damage, and Doinby is inattentive. So that's good. Doinby stuck to one target long enough to get a kill there. But the more he jumps around, the worse. We're getting some good early kills here. Doinby did finally go down. Quad just tanking through everything. So far, so good. I would say that this looks pretty good. Taunt seems like a good way to help Doinby be stupid. Well, so the thing is, Taunt doesn't help Doinby unless the enemy team has it. But it did seem to work out fairly alright here, because the combined damage seemed to be good enough that Doinby wasn't switching too often. I mean, Doinby is out here 7-3-1 right now, so you gotta feel pretty good about that performance. So yeah, the strategy worked fine. Next time, we'll first pick Swordsman, and probably just give Swordsman to Quad. I think the taunt gives Doinby time to run off and slap people freely. You know what? That's very true. Pairing Doinby with Knight as the ally on Doinby's team does work pretty nice. Also less likely to die by being targeted by both opponents? Yeah, absolutely. If he did not have an attentive, your comp would be like 18-3. Or would have won that 18-3. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but Knight actually does kind of help neutralize Doinby's weakness a little bit because it pulls one enemy off of the aggro that he would have. So let's go for, you'll win anyways, so do whatever you want. I'll pick a bad one for you once. The opposing team is also good enough. A coach shouldn't say such a thing. So there you go, Luffy. That's why I don't do that. Literally made all 3 of them less happy. Let's see here. So I think we probably just roll with the same players, although I feel like bringing Aiming in here wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Because Aiming does have one more attack. One attack doesn't make a huge difference compared to actual pick and ban selections, but was worth it to see you be aggressive. I've gotten a little more aggressive in my solo playthrough. So if we're probably gonna try to go swordsman fighter. So I'm probably gonna ban archer to stop them from being able to kite as well. They banned knight, which means we can first pick swordsman away from them. I've played league with him. He can be aggressive. He's not wrong. Okay, so they did take fighter away from us. So we either take monk, leaving them open to swordsman and one of the 3 ranged, or we take ninja and hope they don't take monk. So it's an interesting play here. Swordsman definitely pairs well with someone like Priestess or Shrine Maiden that can keep him alive a little bit. But I'm gonna roll the dice, and I'm gonna pick Ninja into what could be a Fighter Monk team comp. That's totally fair. They'll probably send us to... I think that I want Doinby on Swordsman instead of Ninja. Inattentive on Ninja, I think, would be pretty terrible. But I think this is going to send it to a 1-1. I'm pretty sure this is just bad for us. We will out damage them, but I think that they'll be able to turn it around once they can get in this situation where it's 1v1 or 1v2 turned around to 1v1s. Yeah, this is exactly what I was expecting. We'll see if we can turn it around. I mean, that was a decent ult by Doinby. I think it only hit one of the two enemy units though. Fighter, BBU there on Fighter with a great ult. Aiming has ulted, and you can see that even with ult up, Betty almost soloed aiming. The fact that we've managed to take a small lead here, right as I say that, we tied it back up. It's going to be close. It's going to be right down to the wire on this one. We may win purely based off of player stats. And that looks like what's going to happen. They didn't spawn quite in time. So we managed to squeak away with a 2-0 there, but that was a pretty bad pick ban phase. Classic fighter plus sustained fighter really should be crushing an assassin. Yeah, I think that Ninja probably has a little bit more HP than it needs right now. Let's double check the champion stats. Doinby has completed mastering a champion. I do need to double check our training. Pyro is gonna be pretty trash most of the time. Do I have facility upgrade? How far until end of season? It's gonna be a bit. We'll make the money back. I'm gonna go ahead and improve facility, more training points. And we definitely need to reevaluate our training. Relating everything to League for me, I imagine the player stats was the equivalent of an item lead. A combination of item league and also player skill. So, looking at what Doinby has, I feel like we probably should just focus all in on attack. The champion mastery matters a lot less. I feel like the best way to manage Doinby's problems here is just get enough base attack that inattentive becomes slightly less of a problem because he's able to kill things in the short window that he's focusing on a target. Smell of Blood definitely helps as well because then it's a stacking attack bonus as the match goes on. We just have to get there. Getting steamrolled early is almost certainly a loss because we need him stacking in order to be solid. So I do like just getting all 4 champions figured out early to see if there is one that we want to focus in on. So we are going to go ahead and do that on everyone. It is something that has just been a personal strategy thus far. It may not be the best strategy, but I've liked being able to figure out, here's a wide champion pool, and then just go back. I would just fire these guys on the earliest occasion. Oh, I agree, but the earliest occasion will be... I mean, technically it'll be at the end of this split, but really it's not going to matter until we get promoted to semi-pro. And in semi-pro, we're going to want at least 2 people from the recruitment pool that are in the, like, 20s on base stats. And then, yeah, we start firing people. I mean, realistically, the fact that we have 6 people when we're... or 5 people when we're doing 2v2s is also kind of not good. Fire them all in 1v9 yourself as coach, you're effectively Faker. I mean, based on the lore in the game, we are pretty much Faker. I mean, yeah, we certainly could just fire these 2 people, but it doesn't really matter too terribly much right now. So next up, we're up against Team ME. So, oh, that's right. I wanted to take a look at this. What is Ninja's current HP? So Ninja's current HP is at 120. Knight is at 200. So he's about double Priestess, more than Pyro. He's only got 10 less HP than Swordsman, and Swordsman is in the Warrior class, which is the tanky class, quote-unquote. Ghost main, I have enjoyed Ghost quite a lot, not gonna lie. Yeah, Swordsman's still sitting up top, 100% pick ban rate. Swordsman, I think, got nerfed in 3 or 4 consecutive patches in my solo playthrough. We're up against Team ME. What do they like? Swordsman, unsurprisingly. Swordsman, Ninja, Monk, Fighter. So they like the 4 melees. What was that ban? They like banning Knight. That's kind of surprising. So Swordsman, Monk, and Knight, Fighter, Swordsman, Ninjas. So it's going to be another first pick or ban Swordsman. And then if we're blue team, I'd probably just go ahead and ban Monk, because that would push Jez's onto something that hasn't been as successful for them. So we're either going to ban Swordsman or Monk, depending upon the side we're on. And first pick Swordsman. Try to get Swordsman Fighter. If we can't get Swordsman Fighter, Swordsman Knight is okay. It looks like that the rest of this split, at the very least, until the patch comes around, is going to be just all melee all the time. All right, so if that's going to be the case, we're going to swap. We are on blue side. So we want to keep it simple and not overthink things. So we are first picking Swordsman, which means we're banning Monk here. We actually didn't do a test, but I've also found the tests to not be super useful. They can be useful, but they're not incredibly useful. So we're going to first pick Swordsman. They're probably going to first pick Fighter here. They should not have given us Swordsman Fighter. Archer Knight, however, is a really good matchup for them against us, though. 39% evasion and 10% attack speed. Time for Rogue to delete this Chapter 2 boss. I wish you the best of luck. I don't know what loop you're on, but I can't imagine that's going to go super well for you. I almost wonder if it's better to just leave Doinby on Swordsman. Get quad stats boosted ever so slightly, and Doinby is going to do more damage on Warrior, I would say. Loop 9, yeah, you're going to be in for a rough spot with only 39% evasion. The boss's angels are going to be hitting you for a lot at that level. Yeah, this is going a little bit rough for us thus far. We actually want Doinby to change targets onto the Archer, but can't really because of the Knight taunt. Now, Doinby does have a defense-lowering move, but it's on a fairly lengthy cooldown. There's Quad getting taunted, which was just enough to save the Archer. It's going to be a close one. We've got the damage to get in there, but maybe not quite enough. Doinby taunted is just sitting around, unfortunately. Doinby goes down. They're close to tying it up. We've got a 1-kill lead, and I think we'll get away with it. We barely snuck that one through. Yeah, Knight Archer is certainly a bad matchup for us. We got through mostly off of luck there. And just the back of, like, Doinby stats are pretty solid. Yeah, let's go for, you know what, here, I'll be aggressive for you once again. I'm speechless, the opponent sucks so much. Alright, so they liked this one. No, there we go. So one up, one down. Alright, so we're second picking here. That means we want to bring in aiming for the chance at possibly a pyro counter pick into 2 melee. I'm going to take 1 second here. Give me just a second, guys. All right, sorry about that. I am back. So, you did it. Well, congratulations, Luffy. Good job. So we're going to ban Swordsman. They're probably going to first pick Fighter. They first picked Fighter. We would like to... Well, crap. That does mean that with 2 melees banned and 1 first picked, Adrian redeemed timeout somebody else. I forget how long that's for. It's just 2 minutes, right? Oh, 1d6. That's right. I gotta actually roll the dice on this one. All right, give me 1 second to actually set up a scene for this, because this is the first time we're actually redeeming this. Add window capture. Dice. Can't time out mods. I think I can time out mods, maybe. We'll see. All right, and then... All right, I think that's working. So, but let it be known that I got the 0.5% chance into a 20% chance to hit the boss. Nice. 1d 6 minutes. All right, Luffy is timed out for 1 minute. Nope. Okay, so if you click the moderator control, it does it for 600 seconds. Let me undo that real quick. One timeout, untimeout. I need to do a custom timeout, please, thank you. Okay, well, good to know that my plan has been foiled. All right, well, you're timed out for 1 second. There you go. I did right-click his name, and unfortunately, like... Yeah, the... Oh, what if I do it from over here? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I know this is also... I'm literally doing this for the YouTube video as well. I'm so brilliant. Sorry, YouTube. There we go. All right, 95 seconds. Close enough. Bye, Luffy. See you in a minute. Ish. Anyways, so we're basically forced to take Monk here, as much as I hate it. Yeah, so they knew that they could go Ninja here, since we're going to be forced to play a ranged unit. But I think the best range unit in this case is going to be Archer. We could try to play double healer comp, but there's too little HP on Priestess and Shrine Maiden to make this work. So this is what we're going to have to roll with. This is going to be a tough one for us. They definitely are going to be able to get in on aiming here. And Doinby just... Monk doesn't do that much damage. So we did get the early kill, but... Did you seriously time him out for 5 minutes? Do you know how to undo it, Adrian? Okay, thank you. Yeah, don't go messing around with moderator powers too much. We should not have a 1-kill lead right now. Has Ninja already ulted? I don't remember seeing it or not. We're tied right now. We are tied. Ninja's down. And we should have this. 5 seconds. Oh, no, Monk might go down. 3, 2, 1. Doinby, stay alive. No, we're going to overtime. Amy, get the kill. Let's go. Whew. Sweating on that one. Not gonna lie, my pick bans have not been particularly great. We've gotten by mostly off of luck, not necessarily by anything else. All right, we got some new champions figured out. Okay, so aiming, yeah, let's just go ahead and crank your swordsman up a bit. Quad Archer. You're not going to be around for long, but sure, go ahead and learn Archer, because it seems like we might need that right now. Fighter is a good one. Ninja is also good, but give me another one. And then Doinby, we've got you all on attack. That's where we want you. Equipment, let's see what we got out of this. Give me just like a +2 attack uncommon or something. Oh, cool. We get another tank top, and we get 10 whole gold for it wasting everything. I'm not going to spend the money right now, because we do want to make sure that we save some cash for for a little recruiting. How much do we have? We've got 4 of those, 3 of those. We'll go ahead and use the little bit of stuff we have right now, but it's probably only going to roll another crappy common. So we're up against GG Gaming. They have not picked swordsman too terribly often. S of M has not picked swordsman once. They've been monk and ninja. Swordsman played twice, won both times with a 2.33 to 1 KDA. Go figure. Archer ninja. So I feel like ninja is a solid ban against them. So we'll ban ninja on blue team. First pick swordsman. We'll still ban swordsman on the other team, on red team. That's the team. They are 1 win, 5 losses, so from a skill perspective, yeah, Doinby is just flat out better. Yeah, I think this is what we want. We're gonna try to get swordsman fighter comp though, so let's get quad back, or yeah, quad back in there. We're going to ban ninja. Even though we don't necessarily have to worry too much about it, we're going to first pick swordsman. Not having ninja in there gives us the flexibility to take a ranged unit if we want. I'm actually going to be a little bit spicy here and take knight. So it's an all melee battle of the meta, knight swordsman versus monk fighter. I have no idea how this is going to go. We should have more damage than them, but I don't know by how much. Maybe I was lying about the more damage portion. This is going to be like a 6 total kill game. Definitely a defensive slugfest. I mean, you can see that like it's taking them about an hour to kill quad each time. But we're also not necessarily killing them. Based on how it is right now, I think we're going to lose this. Well, no, we're going to tie it up here. And then we're the ones that are low. So we probably have lost here. Yeah, Doinby switched targets when he shouldn't have. And that's going to seal our fate. Come on, Doinby. Ah. He just needed to stay alive a little bit longer. All right. Well, I mean, probably not the best way to go. Let's try to make less mistakes. Let's keep that in mind. Exactly. There we go. You get a nice positive message out there, and only one of the 3 disliked it. And of course, it was Doinby. So, you know what? Aiming is going in there. Doinby, you're going to go ride the bench for a minute. So they banned swordsman, which does make perfect sense. I think we should maybe consider giving them ninja. But what if they first pick fighter? I doubt they'll first pick fighter. So let's ban ninja and operate under the expectation that we're probably going to need a ranged unit of some kind. I want fighter simply because I don't want monk. I was thinking about the fact of taking pyro, but I don't think they'll take pyro. Got to be up early for work. Enjoy the rest of the stream. You're killing it as a teamfight manager, Runt. I appreciate it, Buckers. Have a good night. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is our last stream of the week, so we will be back here on Sunday, so you'll see me there. Yeah, give me fighter on this one. Knight monk. Well, I feel like if there was ever a case where you want to try to bring pyro in, this is the one. We'll bring fighter down here, so we've got both of them on comfort champs to some extent. But overall, the stats are evenly matched. We've got a slight advantage, and Pyro's got some good chunky AoE. Very, very slow attack speed, though. Very slow attack speed. Monka. I don't know how Aiming survived that, but I'll take it. Hopefully Aiming can get another kill. Probably not. So Quad is doing a grand total of nothing right now. Unfortunately, Fighter just isn't doing too much damage. It's a solid ult. All right, another good ult there. Aiming got in a lot of damage. We've got a small lead. I don't know that we're going to keep it. So Quad's going to die here in just a moment. Pyro needs just incredible amounts of buffs. Damage output is all right, but that attack speed and cooldown time is pretty terrible. We're tied. Just kill the knight. Let's go. Snuck it through in overtime. Maze of Memories. Maze of Memories is a very interesting card. I won't spoil what it does, but you should use it in one run just so you see how it works. You only won because you got lucky. I'm disappointed in your performance. Says someone who can't even ban and pick properly. F in chat, please. F in chat. All right. We need to go in with Swordsman, but I don't know who that second slot should be. Who do we not want to face right now? Honestly, you know what? Let's try banning Monk. Because Monk's defense and healing has actually been kind of problematic for us in the last few matches. So they're going to take Ninja. I feel like Knight is just going to be too low on damage. Give me Swordsman Fighter. Let them take Knight Ninja. I do think I'm okay with this. Is it great? No. But if we can kill Ninja quickly, we'll have time to just kind of beat on Knight for a little bit. So much freaking tankiness. So the good thing is we've got enough damage that the Ninja is just getting absolutely destroyed. We should have this one in the bag if we can keep this portion of everything going. Good ult by S of M there. That's a lot of damage coming out. Great ult, Quad. Absolutely fantastic ult. That's keeping us in it. All right. We're up by just a little bit. We've got the damage. We've got a 3-kill lead right now. Aiming is going down, and S of M got 2 kills there. Aiming, honestly, just stay alive. Just stay alive. Hold on. Aiming went down. It's tied. Oh, it's so close. Ooh. 2 of those games went to overtime, man. Yo, Trix, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you being here. All right, and then Smoothie got new champions. All right, so nerfs and buffs. So Priestess, Pyro, Shield Maiden buffed. That cooldown is not enough for Priestess. Priestess needed some HP. The attack on Pyro, that's part of what I was looking for. Good attack speed on Shrine Maiden. If you can get a game without Ninja, Shrine Maiden's looking pretty good with that that over 1 attack per second now. Cooldown on Monk's heal is quite nice. Lowered defense on Fighter and lowered HP on Swordsman. The HP on Swordsman now puts it 20 HP points below. Did I just say HP points? You know, maybe I should go use my PIN number at an ATM machine. Swordsman now has 20 less HP than Ninja. Sniper and Ice Mage are both pretty good. Sniper is definitely the better of the two. But we need to get in there for a little recruitment. Reset. Honestly, I don't like that reduced movement speed by 1. I'm gonna go ahead and do a fresh search here. We can't do Scout Dispatch, right? Yeah. Okay. Training, Smoothie, unlocked Priestess, pretty bad. We'll go 2 Swordsmen, 2 attack here. Again, like, we're not gonna keep all these lower stat people around for too terribly long. You know what? Attack +1, that's a totally fine mouse for the time being. 1 of each, like, I guess it's worth hitting the craft button. just to try to unlock some commons. So as it is right now, we've got enough time to recruit. Going to be 1, 2, 3. We can run 3 recruitments. We need to keep cash in order to pay for the recruits. We're probably just going to progress a little bit here. So the renewal fee is at the end of the season, so it's going to be after the next split. So we crafted something here. Let's see what we get. Trackball. Actually just a straight upgrade from our UFO mouse. Attack +2 is not bad. It's honestly not bad at all. So let's see what recruit we might get here. But we'll probably cut this episode off right before we start the next split. I feel like that'll be a nice logical stopping point. XBOCT, ordinary, okay stats, decent champion pool, I guess. I mean, we'll take you, but I'm not expecting too terribly much. So from a training perspective, let's go ahead and get you on new champion. Just see what other ones might unlock from your pool. Then we'll go to our squad, and that's going to probably drop Smoothie. Smoothie's got a more diverse champion pool than Zazal right now. Yeah, I think Zazal will go ahead and fire you. And then let's go ahead and fire Quad as well. That gets our renewal fee back down a little bit. We're not going to do any more crafting right now because we've used up all of our resources and pretty much all of our cash, potentially for recruits. XBOCT, Swordsman, great one. Let's see what the 4th champion is going to be after another week of recruitment. Ice Mage. Honestly, that's not too bad. Swordsman somehow didn't get nerfed at all. So I'm going to dump everything into Swordsman and just kind of start cranking that one up. Inattentive, and you want to play ranged units. So here's the problem. I actually was off by 1. So once we advance this week, we will advance recruitment by 1 week. When we advance from this week, the recruiting window will be closed, which means we will not be able to get the 2nd recruit. I think that Cloud Templar here is a bad idea. I think it's just a waste of money. Like, we're doing fine as it is right now. And we picked up someone else that has some decent stats that we can elevate up here. So I'm gonna just go with the idea of no, I don't want you. Yo, Trix, thank you so much for the follow, much appreciated. Thank you so much, and glad you're here. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Cloud Templar's champion pool is fine, but you have the logic. Yeah, we've been bitten constantly by inattentive on Doinby the entire time we've been playing this save, and so we're gonna stay away from inattentive. Well, I gotta go. It's almost midnight. All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for the follow, and make sure you check out our streams more in the future. Thank you. Hey, the Discord worked this time. So we're gonna take. Do we want to take Aiming or Smoothie here? I feel like Smoothie having Swordsman in champion pool in his champion pool is going to be better than Aiming's champion pool right now. So this is where we're going to go. So let's just double check our training. Doinby, just get that attack stat cranking up there. Smoothie, Swordsman and attack sounds good. XBOCT, let's crank all of the training into Swordsman. Same thing for Aiming. Doinby's stat looks insane. So Doinby's stats are pretty solid. Unfortunately, Doinby's stats are countered a little bit by the inattentive trait. Also, the +10 attack speed is quite nice, and smell of blood. Doinby is fine if he can get kills within 5 seconds on an enemy. The problem is that doesn't necessarily always happen. So next up, we're going to be against Sandsox Gaming. While that inattentive trade is awful, it absolutely is. I would very much agree with you there. That is going to do it for this episode. We're staying live here on Twitch, so those of you out there watching, don't go anywhere, but we're going to go ahead and stop the YouTube episode here. We're going to start up a new one here in just a second, finishing off the second half of our amateur league run. We've got 7 games to play, and hopefully we'll end up getting promoted to semi-pro after this. So those of you out there on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to watch more stuff like this in the future, and come check us out live over on twitch.tv/Runt9Plays. But until next time, I am Runt9, and I will see you